Hi everybody. On September 1st, we've got a new moon solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Virgo. And solar eclipses are all about new beginnings. And I'm doing something new here, which is going to be presenting music with the astrology to hopefully bring it more alive for you. Eclipses are very powerful points. They happen usually every 6 months. We had the last set in March, now we've got one September 1st, and the next one in Pisces coming up on September 16th. It would be very good to know where these eclipses are happening in your chart, to look at the 2 houses of life experience that are being activated at this time. It might be you and your relationships. It might be your finances, it might be your home and your career, it might be your health and your spiritual development. So let's look at the main aspect happening at the time of this solar eclipse, because there is a lot happening in the heavens. And because Mercury is retrograde until September 22nd, you may well find that you cannot make plans. You make plans, but those plans that you make or have made may need to be extremely flexible and changeable. The T-square is the focal point of this eclipse, bringing a lot of tension to the table. Squares, as I mentioned in my earlier musical video, are minor thirds. There's a tension there. And so when you put together all these squares, a T-square, you get this. And these aspects here, to me, are a lot of fear-mongering is going on. Saturn and Mars. Are you frightened of this? Let's create some panic here. Terrorism. All these things to unsettle us. Certainly being portrayed in the news still. And at the same time, on September 10th, we've got this square coming up exactly between Saturn and Neptune that's been going on all year, between structure and no boundaries, walls, no walls. And that's coming to a head right in the middle of the eclipse season. So I would say that this T-square, chances are you're going to feel tensions in your life. You may be worrying about something, you may be concerned about something. And depending on which part of the T-square you're being drawn to, maybe there's a part of your chart that is pulling you to a certain part of it. So let's look at this Saturn-Mars energy. Mars wants to push ahead, and Saturn says, hang on a minute now, come back. It's like pulling the dog back who's rushing ahead. He's smelled something beautiful and off he's going. And the owner says, no, come on back now, come on, come. So to me, musically, this could be something like this. Slowing. And then we've got Neptune in Pisces. Yes, you see, so very opposite energies. I'm hoping that the music is helpful in showing you the different kinds of vibrations that you're dealing with. And 7 of the 10 planets are in mutable signs. So there's changeability, people are changing their minds. And don't be surprised if your patience is really tested. Mars and Saturn, square to this Neptune energy, it's like people telling you one thing. One day I spoke to the bank this week and they told me one set of regulatory requirements. I spoke to somebody else today and she told me a completely different story. And I could feel that Mars-Saturn energy coming up in me. I was getting impatient. And I thought, no, let's just go to the Neptune No need to create barriers and boundaries with myself and that poor person in the call centre. It's not her fault. And just, what can I learn from this? The Virgo energy. And we've also got Jupiter and Mercury together in Virgo. And when I think of Virgo in its purest form, the Virgin, it's clean, it's pristine. To me, Jupiter is about learning, and Mercury retrograde is giving you the space for thinking positive thoughts. Amidst all this brouhaha going on, that you can actually choose how you see whatever is happening in your life. You always get a choice at every given moment. And you may be tested. So how would this sound? To me, this. Yes, it's clean, it's clear, and it's hopeful. That's what, to me, this Mercury-Jupiter sounds like. And as well, we've got Venus here in Libra, leading the pack, if you like, because Venus is ahead of the Jupiter-Mercury and the 9-degree solar eclipse. And of course, Venus. Yes, Venus softly, gently showing you that there is beauty, there is joy, there is peace to be found. This is this hopeful part of the Venus in Libra. So you do have a choice. You could get sucked into this whole energy of the tension and the worry and the panic, or you could also see it, be aware that there are things going on. It's not to say you're hiding from them, although if you live in the Neptune energy you might be. But here you've got hope with the Jupiter-Mercury retrograde and the love with the Venus energy. I'd love your feedback as to whether you find this music helpful. It's bringing it alive for you, giving you an added dimension. I look forward to feedback. And just like to close with the painting that I've also painted, which I hope you enjoy here, for this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. And as Virgo is the worrier of the zodiac, if they haven't got something to worry about, they'll find something to worry about. But a lot of planets in Virgo. So I'm going to say, think of that wonderful Bob Marley song. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing's going to be all right.